Welcome back to a Hearthstone Report card review. This episode is not sponsored by outof.cards.com.
No, it's outof.cards.
Outof.cards is not sponsored by them, but they're the only site who has their shit together.
Yeah, so
with all the cards being organized.
Because Blizzard is a small indie company.
Yeah, they can't employ people to do this stuff, man.
Their own site isn't very up to date.
Can't have it. Yeah.
So
and we didn't want to necessarily record our Discord server because everyone who's in there knows why, basically. So we're doing that. We're doing it on this side, but this is still a shout out to the outof.cards. Good site, man. Looks nice.
So yeah, they have all the cards, which is more than any other website besides maybe like the subreddit and the official Discord server.
Exactly.
Both of which are a little more messy, so we're doing this.
By the way, we once again another expansion where we didn't get a card review. TrashcanTV. I don't know, man. Hit up Blizzard, man. Hey, listen, anyone knows anyone at Blizzard? Get your boys a card review, man. We gotta come on now. Starting with Crazed Netherwing, Warlock minion, 5 mana, 5/5. Guess what? It's a dragon. Battlecry if you're holding a dragon. Deal 3 damage to all other characters. What comes to mind?
Hellfire.
Duskbreaker.
Fair enough.
Much more so because I was a dragon with a 3 mana 3/3 with the exact same condition.
Was it all characters or all minions?
It was all minions for Duskbreaker, but a very, very similar card. This one I would generally assume be a bit weaker, but just because of the higher expenses. That effect on a more expensive, higher static card is relatively speaking a little bit weaker.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a control card.
Yeah, it is still a control card, and Duskbreaker wasn't insanely broken, so this might be about correct. So, I think this seems like a pretty good card. We got Nether Breath, a spell that kind of, I guess, goes with it. Deal 2 damage if you're holding a dragon. Deal 4 with lifesteal instead.
4 with lifesteal is an important distinction to dealing 4 and healing 4, because this means that the healing is also affected by spell damage, as well as certain other factors, like if the damage is somehow reduced.
Correct.
Because your opponent has like an animated armor or something. This is probably more of an aggro card, but it can also be used as control. Yeah,
I mean, if an aggro dragon deck comes to be, which is generally sort of tough because dragons tend to not go that direction, this definitely seems like a valid option. Now, dealing 2 for 2 mana is not very good.
Yeah. No.
So you want to generally get this off with a dragon, but in that case, it's pretty good. The lifesteal also not so important in aggro, but I can definitely see it being relevant in a control deck.
I mean, you know what this reminds me of?
Lifebreaker?
Bomb Toss.
Bomb Toss. Maybe.
Deal 2 damage with an upside that fits with a specific archetype, and at the end of the day, with the upside, it deals 4.
Yep.
So,
that's true. Necram Apothecary combo. Draw a Death Rattle minion from your deck and gain its Death Rattle. That seems a bit like Myra's.
Myra?
Oh, Myra. Yes. Myra Rodspring.
Yeah, I mean, except that this is more controlled in that it actually
draw it from your deck.
Gets one that you would want.
Now with Myra, you were able to discover one, which was also not bad. But this has arguably better stats for the cost than Myra.
And I would argue that the effect is better.
Yeah, Myra was a battlecry though. This is a combo, so there's a
That's
downside
fair.
there. But this seems like this seems like a good one.
I mean, the fact that you're getting a Death Rattle, not really of your choice, but you can build a deck with only high-power Death Rattles.
Yeah.
Remember Death Rattle Hunter?
I remember Death Rattle
Katharina and that kind of stuff? Yeah.
Membes. Yep.
That kind of thing. You know, you're getting your mechanical whelps and stuff like that in here, and all of a sudden, the Death Rattle is likely summon a big thing or something like that. And
so that seems like a pretty good card, yeah. Also draws your card on top of that.
Yeah.
With a 4 mana 2/5 draw card, be slightly understated arena card. And with this, seems like a pretty good one. Now it's a combo, not a battlecry, but I think we've seen pretty strong cards here. Amber Watcher, speaking of strong cards, 5 mana 4/6 dragon for the paladin class, and battlecry restore 8 health.
Man, remember Antique Healbot?
Man, I do remember that, but damn, this is wow. I mean, this is a powerful card. This is going to be a 5-star arena card for sure. And even in constructed, I think this could see play.
I mean, you're looking at a card that's understated by 1 stat point.
Yeah.
It is Dragon, which is a tribal synergy to go for these days. Paladin is the class with arguably, besides maybe Warrior, the most dragon support right now. Also, healing synergies in Paladin.
Kangor.
And, I mean, this is a great card for Paladin.
Yeah, it seems amazing. This and Kango restores 16 health. That's insane. Yeah, this seems very good. Maybe Holy Wrath. Maybe it goes in Holy Wrath or something.
Yeah, I mean anything that wants to go along, whether it be control or combo.
Yeah, seems pretty good. I don't mind it at all. Varanus, 6-7/6 dragon for the Hunter class. Battle cry: change the health of all enemy minions to 1. Man, these cards are strong.
That's pretty good.
That's really good. I mean, that's good.
That goes well with Explosive Trap.
Everything.
Unleash the Hounds.
Unleash the Hounds. Swarm of Locusts.
Stuff like that, I guess.
Everything. Deathstalker Rexar and Wild.
Ooh.
Yeah. This is a good card.
Swarm of Locusts, Deathstalker Rex are both cost more than 4
mana.
Not
on the same turn. But damn. Unleash the Hounds, man. This Unleash the Hounds works here. Seems pretty good. I mean, not necessarily what Hunter does in the control aspect. Say if this card were like in like Major or Priest, it would be hopelessly overpowered and would break the game instantly. But in Hunter, it's okay.
Also,
still strong.
It seems like Hunter is going towards more controlling direction.
I think we've said that since the Frozen Throne.
Well,
every single expansion feels like it.
But you got a lot of strong control tools, and you finally once again have the ability to have your hero power not go face.
It's true.
Not just with Zul'jin, but also with the new minion that is basically just
That's really good.
It's basically just the old one. So I think that it might just work out. We'll see.
Perhaps. Hot Air Balloon is a mech neutral 1 mana 1/2 at the start of your turn. Gain +1 health. Wow.
This reminds me a lot of Micro Machine.
This is
except that it gains health instead of attack, which
better.
Well, it depends on what you're going for.
You play this on 1 in arena, you win the game.
You know what deck this goes into?
What deck does it go into?
Combo Priest.
No. Nah, too slow. Too slow. It doesn't go to Combo Priest. No. Can't replace Cleric or anything. I don't think so. But I'm not sure how well this is gonna do in Constructed, even though it's not bad at all. It's like if you compare it, it's maybe. I mean, it's about the same power level, I want to say, as a Dire Mold used to be. It's not a beast, so the maybe the aggro synergy isn't there.
Well, yeah, and also worth noting that we're finally getting more mechs.
Yeah, Dire Mold was everywhere, so that was a very good card.
With Boomsday, with the rise of the mech buffs still being in Standard, I do like that they're expanding the mech pool. Yeah. I think that there is going to be valid mech strategies. We've seen Control Warrior use mechs, I mean, not necessarily this one specifically,
to a good degree,
but to good effect, and this also, of course, affects the discover pools for mechs. Interesting to say the least.
Seems pretty good. Camouflaged, what the hell? Dirigible? Dirigible? Dirigible.
6 mana 6/6 mech, battle cry, give your other mechs stealth until your next turn.
Camouflaged. It's also a hot air balloon.
Yes.
It's a bigger hot air balloon. Giving all your mechs stealth until your next turn, I think for mechs this is better than for most other tribes because of the magnetic that can ensue, which is why Coppertail Imposter is still one of my favorite cards, one of, in my opinion, the most underrated cards in the game. I love it, it's amazing. I'm looking to try out that new Shutterwalker game. But,
this is, first of all, once again, reinforcing the idea that Blizzard is trying to go away from the regular stealth instead of just doing the whole like stealth for turn.
Stealth for turn, yeah. They introduced it with Rosicons with the all the spirits having stealth for 1 turn.
I mean, in Agoro you had Adapt giving stealth until end of turn. They've been doing it for a while.
Agoro Adapt was just stealth.
Was it?
Yeah, it was just stealth.
Oh, all right. It's just that you usually attacked, right? Yeah, that's true. Never mind. But
that's why you wanted to put it on the Flappy Birds. So
I was about to say I'm so used to the Flappy Birds just using it right away because anyways, they've been doing that for a while now. Really strong mech card.
That seems good.
The thing is, when I think mech, I always still kind of low-key think of the Control Warrior, and it just doesn't help it.
No, it doesn't help in itself. As a matter of fact, you don't want stealth because taunt.
Exactly. This might go into the Mech Hunter, maybe.
You can go into some aggressive ones.
Might go into the Mech Token Druid.
You attack with all your mechs and you give them stealth. Yeah. And then to say like, hey, what are you gonna do?
Then like, oh hey, you want to play around my Savage Drawer by trading off my stuff?
Yeah.
Well, suck it.
No sir. This way, Coppertail Imposter can also have stealth for 2 consecutive turns. Just saying. Kronk's Dragon Hoof, 6 mana, 6/6, also legend, neutral. Battle Cry, draw Galakrond. If you already have Galakrond, or you already are Galakrond, unleash a devastation. That's devastating.
Yes, it was revealed in one of the official Blizzard videos. There is 4 devastations. There is, deal 5 damage to all minions. Yep. Deal 5 damage to enemy hero, heal 5. There is give your minions +2/+2, and one more, which I'm forgetting right now.
The devastations are very good.
They're good,
They're
and
really
you can
strong.
pick it.
You can pick it. What happens if you've already drawn Galakrond but haven't played him yet? Does he also unleash a devastation, or does he do nothing?
No, it says if you are Galakrond.
So that's sort of the dead zone there.
But in the inverse, if you have 2 Galakronds somehow, which, with Rogue being one of them is very much doable, it should reasonably draw you one and give the devastation. Now, I don't have confirmation that is how it does work, but you'd think, based on the wording, that it should
You would
work
assume
that way.
so, yeah. We'll see.
But I was really happy when I saw this card, because with the Galakron type of decks, you always have the crux of you have to draw him to get the full potential.
This seems very strong.
I did say kind of like if your Cthulhu has more than 10 attack things, if you have invoked twice cards, already kind of helping with that. But I do like that we're getting another different way of supporting Galakrond to actually make the decks work.
Yes, I definitely think this looks very, very strong. I think this is going to be one of the better legends in the set. Soldrak Ritualist, 4 mana, 3/9 taunt. Battlecry, summon 3 random 1-cost minions for your opponent. Let's do the math on this one.
It's bad.
Thanks for doing the math, JJ. Yes, it is bad, but let's actually do the math. 3 random 1-cost minions. We're expecting an average stat line of 3 total stats, which adds up to 9 total stats. Which this thing right here has.
This thing has 12 points of stats. You're expecting 9 out of a 4-drop. Thereby, for 3 points of stats, you're giving your opponent 3 1-drops.
But you expect 9 points of stats.
Even if he rolls below average, it's still not very good. Yeah. And especially on 1-drops, you are almost expecting to get more. You're getting like your Dire Mauls, Void Walkers, Flame Imps. There's a lot of overstated 1-drops.
Dire Maul no longer in the game.
Yeah, the point is the other one, the mech one.
Yeah.
Glowtron.
Hot
that
Air
one.
Also.
Like,
most
things are stronger than 3 points of stats. There is a couple of 0/1s that have like passive effects, but
now I'm aware of the opposite of this card. Against the full board is obviously good because they don't summon, and if you have the perfect card in your hand to go with this to remove all those 1 costs, then it's also fine. But generally, by itself, this is nowhere near the quality of like a Proud Defender or something as a 4-drop taunt.
See, the thing is, I don't think this is worth it. You have other stuff like you had the dragon, which would summon the 2/1 poisonous thing.
Marshrick.
Yeah, it's like that's fine because you could like dagger or something. Yeah, but like that's fine because you could reliably remove it with your hero power.
Yeah,
which is something you can't do here.
No.
So I know this is not happening.
I don't think so either. Sanctuary, 2 mana, Paladin, side quest. Take no damage for a turn. Reward, summon a 3/6 minion with taunt.
I couldn't help but notice that this is the first quest, or in this case side quest, that costs more than 1 mana.
Yeah, because if it costs 1 mana, it would be insanely broken, and now it's just broken.
Because if you couldn't play it on 1, and let's just reiterate this in case you missed it, side quests are not drawn at the start of the game. Otherwise, they behave like quests.
Correct.
So, if you could get it on turn 1, it's almost guaranteed to proc on turn 2, which is
crazy.
Whoa.
That's madness.
Also, I wonder if this triggers before your turn.
So the thing can attack?
Because if you,
it should trigger at end of opponent's turn, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I don't know, because what happens if it has like an end of turn damage effect?
I don't know.
We will see.
See, there's all those small interactions that you just don't know necessarily.
Definitely works with timeout though. This on 2, timeout 3, you got it taunt.
Yep.
That works if you want to go that way, but this card seems incredibly strong to me. We'll see how this actually ends up.
It's weird because it almost kind of insinuates that is going to be like an aggressive taunt theme thing, maybe? Because
it's just good stats.
I was about to say, but if you're getting in the late game as just an extra body for defense, it's not going to be as impactful. So it's most impactful in aggro strategies if you can make it happen early. But you don't want to take damage, so you might want to have more taunts.
Yeah. Also, drafting this card is like an instant 10 wins in a row. We got some legends.
Yes.
Flick Sky Shiv, 6 mana 4/4 Battlecry, destroy a minion and all copies of it wherever they are. So people said that this is basically anti-Pogo Hopper.
I mean, among other things, yes. This kills the whole togwaggle scheme thing.
Yeah.
And pretty much any duplication strategy. But at the end of the day, if nothing else, this is Vilespine Slayer in better.
Yeah, it is. And Vilespine Slayer was crazy.
Because it does cost 1 more mana, but it has the combo kind of built in with that 1 point of mana.
It's a battle.
It has pretty much the same stats.
And 1 better attack.
And
the opposite of destroying all of them. Now the question is that I don't know yet, does it affect your deck also?
I would think so. It says wherever they are.
Wherever they are, so it would be all of them.
Which is a small downside.
Yeah.
But more often than not, you're going to destroy something that only your opponent has. And this could be big against certain decks. But what I think is the most important almost about this is that in the situations where it isn't the optimal case, where you're just using it as a glorified assassinate, it's still good. Because you never...
essentially getting a destroy minion effect for 2.5 mana worth of mana. That's really good. That's incredible.
Which is what I'm always thinking of with these, because otherwise it would be a tech card against very specific decks, and that's something
this could be
important.
8 mana, and we'd be talking about this might be a decent tech card sometimes.
Yeah.
Now it being 6 mana, this is an incredible card.
That's what I was saying.
Seems very strong.
You can run it as kind of both a tech card if the decks are around, while still having good use of it. Against the non-tech matchups.
Absolutely.
Which is why this is important.
Valdris Felgorge Battlecry, increase your hand size to 12. Draw 4 cards.
Say what?
Yeah. That's a new mechanic that we've been talking about. And you want to tell me what? You know what? We're thinking about soon making... This is off topic, but you were thinking about soon making another podcast with custom Hearthstone cards.
Yeah.
I didn't make the card yet. But would you believe me if I told you that I had this exact same idea, basically? The mechanic. And now I can't make it anymore because it wouldn't be original if I made it.
So, the hand size increase is definitely something that is a little worrying, maybe because of the technological part of it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have some bugs in the game. Oh, for sure.
Because I swear to God, this is gonna have issues on mobile for some reason.
This card's gonna be
all of a sudden you can't tell what the cards are because you know that anything that extends the game beyond what it currently is always gonna have shit on mobile.
Absolutely.
Not that I play on mobile, luckily, but you know.
It might even be on desktop, but we'll see.
I mean, there might be bugs on desktop.
There'll be bugs everywhere for sure.
I have the feeling that on mobile they'll run into issues where it's like because the cards will end up being even smaller and I don't know.
If I had to bet, this will run into some bugs everywhere, and people are gonna do fun stuff with it, and they're gonna find some bugs.
I think that 7 mana draw 4 sounds familiar. And you get the increase in hand since you get some stats.
I'm talking about sprint.
Yeah, it's sprint, okay?
It's sprint with a 4/4 stat on it, and you can now hold 12 cards. The Mountain Giant can now be played for 1 mana.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Also, it affects the next card in here. And there might be kind of like maybe a combination of quest and handlock kind of sort of idea.
Abyssal Summoner! Battlecry. Summon a demon with taunt and stats equal to your hand size. So that would mean if you have 10 cards on your hand, the guy would be a 10/10.
Well, generally speaking, you're not going to get above a 9/9 or with Valdris a 11/11 because you're playing Abyssal Summoner from hand.
Yes.
Meaning that you can't have a full hand.
Correct.
But still, that's...
Pretty
if
good.
there is a handlock strategy, it's pretty good.
Yes.
For this to be worth it, I want to say you'd have to have 6 cards on hand, plus the summoner, maybe 5.
Yeah.
But,
the taunt definitely does help. If you get like a 6/6 or something with taunt, that's still good. It's still good stats. Nothing special, but it's a demon.
You've got demon synergies, not that anything else in that archetype necessarily has demon synergies. And again, it synergizes with the new legend. I think it's an interesting card.
Yeah.
It's good in the right deck if handlock becomes a thing again.
It's gonna be worth a try.
We don't have Molten Giants anymore, but yeah.
No. Chromatic Egg. 5 mana 03. Egg. Battlecry. Secretly discover a dragon to hatch into Death Rattle. Hatch. So like every egg, it summons stuff. does stuff when it dies, as it hatches. And in this case, you get a dragon. And it might potentially be a good one.
If it wasn't dragons, I think this wouldn't be nearly as good.
If it said discover minion, it'd be terrible.
But because dragons tend to be somewhat impactful, just from a stat standpoint,
dragons are good.
This could be pretty good. Then again, we're also talking about a meta in which dragons will be somewhat impactful. So, I think this just might be pretty decent.
The first ever egg to be good, except for Devil's Sword egg.
I was about to say Mechano egg.
Yeah, Mechano egg's kind of on the bubble, huh?
The Kangors thing. I mean, there is eggs that definitely saw play. I remember the Rubian egg being okay.
The Rubian egg, long time ago.
If you have Death Rattle triggers, this might definitely be pretty good.
Yeah.
If not, it depends a little bit on which deck this goes into, but it could be decent.
Maybe Death Rattle Rogue, Necron Vial, you know. But
also bonus points for having Shadow Step if you get a good Battlecry Dragon.
Yes, absolutely. Why not?
Yeah.
We'll see one of those later when we get to the rest of the cards. Well, you see it right there.
Those
we'll get there. Yes, at the end. Dragon Breeder first. 2 mana, 2/3. Battlecry. Choose a friendly dragon. Add a copy of it to your hand. That's a good card.
Speaking of Shadow Stepping your good Battlecry dragons, Jesus freaking Christ!
Now here's the thing, right? It's not quite that phenomenal because there's some small amount of anti-synergy with itself, with it being a 2-drop. Because you're not gonna have that type of dragon on one. So the 2/3 stat line, which is by the way vanilla and pretty good.
But it means you can play them on the same turn.
You can.
Well, not the 9-drops, but you know.
You can, but you're not gonna play it on curve most of the time. And sometimes you might have to, especially in the arena, you might have to play
Coin Fairy Dragon.
Yeah, you might just have to play this on turf, and yeah, no. But it's a good card. I mean, it's vanilla stats with a positive Battlecry, and you can do it with some pretty good dragons too.
Yeah, and again, Dragon meta. This card seems pretty good.
Seems pretty good.
It's a great arena card, no doubt.
Yeah.
And I think in dragon-themed decks, this could be a really good constructed card as well.
Could absolutely be. We'll have to see. Fluffy Kibler Dragon. When do we get cards named after us, basically? Blizzard? Really? Can we get a Sergei themed card? He's like our pet, basically. Like he's our mascot. Can we do that, Blizzard? Huh? Come on, this guy gets to host your tournaments, man. He gets card reveals. Man, come on. We need a card, man. We need a card reveal, and we need a card. Man, come on. I mean, Firebat has Fiery Bat, and now this one. Nah, come on. Now we need some love, Blizzard. Rush, Battlecry. If you invoke twice, summon 2 copies of this minion, and it's really good too.
Oasis Surger. Except it has the built-in activate both effects kind of sort of thing.
It has. Why did it have to have Rush?
It's really good.
Yes, it would have been good without Rush.
Okay, so if the Warrior Galacron is played, that is a very significant if.
Yeah.
This card is great.
Yes.
But it specifically is great in Galacron decks.
Of course, yeah.
Which brings up the question, will Galacron, whatever he was called, be played?
The Unbreakable.
The Unbreakable, that's the one.
We'll see, but this is a card that certainly says yes.
I mean, people will definitely try it.
Oh boy, yeah, a lot of things will be tried. It's looking very interesting. Let's move on here. We need the card. Chanvala. After you cast 3 spells in a turn, summon a 5/5 elemental Dragon Soul. This is the exact Dragon Soul.
Oh, it
effect.
is.
It's the Dragon Soul effect. The Dragon Soul, if you don't know, was a legendary priest weapon in the Kobolds and Catacombs expansion, and it was relatively trash.
But it summoned now relevant dragons.
It did dragons. Some dragons,
so,
yeah.
Okay, listen. I like elementals.
You do.
It's not... Like, elementals were never great by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
But, like, after Agoro rotated, like, elementals have literally not been relevant.
Yeah, they were kind of bad.
So...
It's justified. It's just about the stats, basically.
I like getting new elementals, but in standard that's not going to matter much.
Exactly. So this
Unless next year we're getting elementals in like a...
You think so?
Something like Angoro, you know? Or
maybe.
A third of the expansion is just elementals and elemental support.
We'll see. But it doesn't even matter if it's an elemental or not. It's just about the stats here. Because if you can pull this off, that's very, very strong.
I mean, technically...
And you very much realistically can.
This thing is also well statted.
Yeah, it's not
little
even a bad drop.
A little more health oriented, which is good for some of the passive effect.
It's a good drop either way.
And
you can play this on 3.
Also, it's more realistic even in priest in mage more so than priest.
Yeah,
because you're getting
because like magic trick and all that stuff.
Magic trick, you're getting mana cyclone, you're getting all of
when what's the card called? I'm blanking on it. When that rotated, Angoro 2 mana discover a spell in your deck.
Primordial Glyph.
No, not that one. That's the mage one.
Oh, sorry. Shadow something.
Shadow Visions.
Shadow Visions.
Shadow Visions. I think it was Shadow Visions. When that was a very good card, by the way. When that rotated out, Dragon Soul became significantly worse for Priest, and the effect didn't work so well for Priest anymore.
Point is, the small spell mage strategy exists already. We know it works.
TrashcanTV Temple Mage.
To some degree. And this thing just fits in there perfectly.
It does.
Bonus points for that already using elementals.
Drop it down on 3.
If elemental synergies happen,
smack him.
Mana Cyclone is an elemental. This is an elemental.
Though Flame Walker's going to be rotating out. Flame Waker's going to be rotating
out. Mountain Giant, who you may or may not put in that deck, is an elemental. So, maybe in the future.
And finally, another big one. Dragon Queen Alexstrasza Battlecry. If your deck has no duplicates.
Hey, single
add
synergy.
2 random dragons to your hand. They cost 0.
That seems pretty good.
2 random dragons cost nothing. Seems pretty good. That's true.
Also, fun fact, for those in the Discord, you know this already. I basically just pulled the Dragon Tamer brand. The Dino Tamer brand.
Dino Tamer brand, yes.
So, singleton stuff.
There we go, man. You gonna put this in a Hunter? Highlander Hunter?
Honestly, why not?
Sure.
It seems...
I guess there's not really a Highlander deck where this doesn't go into, right?
Maybe not Zoo.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, but Zoo isn't made for Highlander that much anyway.
Highlander Zoo Warlock is very minimally worse than regular Zoo Warlock. But yeah, I mean, this is just a big impact card, and unless there is another restriction in your deck that prevents you from playing a dragon, I don't see why you wouldn't run this in any given singleton deck, and maybe even in most slower control dragon decks, because you're very likely going to start drawing to a point where your deck does not contain duplicates or it's just straight up empty.
We've seen Zephyrus in like every control deck.
Yeah, I know, and this, honestly,
why not put it in too?
Unironically, might be better than Zephyrus.
No, it's not. Decks. No, it's not better than Zephyrus. It's not. It's never better than Zephyrus. But it's a good card. It's never better than Zephyrus just on account of it's so expensive.
In control decks, I said.
No. Because control decks you play Zephyrus because you need an answer into a Signature and stuff. This is not Zephyrus. No card that's been revealed is close to Zephyrus. But it's a very good card still. It might still be played.
Again, especially if there's like dragon themed decks that go late enough to just pull this off anyways, this is a good card. If there is singleton decks still in the meta, which why wouldn't there be? Yeah. This is gonna be ran in that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You have to definitely find a reason not to play it, other than a reason to actually play it. If you play a Highlander deck, definitely. And yeah, maybe even some control decks might run it, but that remains to be seen. We still have a bunch of other cards, obviously, to be revealed, but that's up to date so far. This Alexstrasza card literally was revealed like an hour ago, just now. So we are. We'll get out of here and try to get this video uploaded as soon as possible because it's all a bit of a hassle.
Yeah,
so
I feel like this will be a couple minutes late.
It might be a bit delayed. Y'all know about this. You know.
I mean, you know if it was delayed by now.
Also, because I will inform people in the Discord that that's the fact. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that right now. And if you've seen it in the Discord and you're watching it now, shout out. This is the point where I inform you that the video is going to be a bit delayed.
Might be a bit delayed.
Might be a little bit.
If we're ending this right now, there's still about
50 minutes.
40 some minutes to 49.
50 minutes. We got 49 minutes.
To get this edited and uploaded.
Yes.
And YouTube processing might take anywhere from 2 minutes to 2 hours.
Once we're done with the meta banter, it's going to be like 45 minutes, but that's okay. Yeah. Thank you for watching this video. Drop a like on it. Let us know what you think about these cards. This expansion seems hella strong. Yeah. It's going to be really, really good. And I'm looking forward to experimenting a lot.
Have you seen the Photoshop logo creep off power?
Yeah. I see creep power. Very much so. Cobalt flashbacks. I mean, this looks very good. But we have more to come, obviously, so expect another Hearthstone report. Maybe on the weekend, maybe next week, depending on when it's relevant again and when it is reasonable to review cards. And of course, a bunch of Battlegrounds gameplay in between because everyone loves those. And a podcast on Saturday. By the way, this Saturday we're going to have a special guest on the podcast, so be sure to check that out. Set your alarm clocks, all of them. If you have 5 of them, set them all for the same time. Make sure you don't miss that podcast. Thank you for watching. Drop a like. Subscribe to TrashcanTV. Go join our Discord server if you want to experience the madness in there. And hopefully we'll see you there soon. Until next time, JJ.
That's it.
That's it.